All right, any moment now, the House is going to take that vote on the bill that would end this government shutdown, finally. We are joined now on the phone by Congressman Rick Crawford. He's the chair of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. And we're joining him on the phone because he doesn't want to be too far from where he needs to be to vote. So, Congressman, really appreciate you joining us by phone and not delaying the vote at all on this all-important bill. You actually carpooled back to Washington, D.C. with your friend, Congressman Trent Kelly, because you guys were afraid you wouldn't make it back in time to vote because of all the flight delays.
Yeah, it's air travel on a good day is sometimes a little frustrating if you've ever, and we have to travel quite a bit, so obviously we know that, but we were seeing so much information that showed that it's a good possibility we're going to have a cancellation. And yeah, it's a little bit of a drive, but in this case, we wanted to make sure we got here and that we didn't present a problem for getting the government reopened. So we just jumped in and drove together, and we're gonna drive back home once this.
And
this
are you confident the vote's going to pass?
Yes, I think it will, and I think we'll even have maybe 3 or 4 Democrats that'll come along with us. So I feel pretty good about it.
You know, about 166,000 people in Arkansas use the Affordable Care Act to get their health insurance. 92% of them get these subsidies that are now expiring. Are they okay with having their premiums double or triple in price?
Yeah, I'm one of those that also gets my health care from Obamacare. And so this problem didn't start with the government shutdown. It started in 2010 when the President Obama, and the Democrats foisted Obamacare on the American people without a single Republican vote. When you take upwards of 17% of the economy and turn it on its ear, fundamentally reshape a program like our health care insurance, you're going to expect probably some bad outcomes. So this has been a slow burn, a trajectory that has been going the wrong direction for a long, long time. The Affordable Care Act is not affordable. They said if you like your health care insurance, you can keep it. That wasn't true. They said we wouldn't have rationing. That's proven to be false. They said you wouldn't have a decline in quality of health care. That's proven to be false. Now we have health insurance companies, maybe 3 or 4 of them, that are controlling everything. And this is a problem with our economy, not just in the healthcare industry, but other industries where we have over-consolidation.
But what Congressman, what are you doing to fix it?
It creates problems.
Yeah, but what are you and Republicans doing to fix it? Because you guys have been criticizing Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act for 15 years, but you haven't come up with your own plan.
Oh, we have. The problem is we can't get everybody to agree on what it ought to look like. But I would favor going back to a employer-based healthcare model that employers actually benefit from, as well as using that as a recruiting and retention tool to provide an incentive for their workforce. And it also it's a more competitive model. It keeps costs low. Competition is a good thing for the economy. So that's what I'm for. We have a lot of different ideas about this.
Okay.
And we were close. We were close back in 2017, but we had one person that thought differently, and that's what happens in the Senate sometimes. One individual can turn the tide, and that's what happened in 17. But
with Senator John McCain.
We still work on.
Yeah,
correct.
Well, listen, it's telling that while you're criticizing the Affordable Care Act, that's where you get your insurance. So if it's that bad, why are you using it?
Because we were forced to. That was one of the provisions that Senator Harry Reid put into the bill that members of Congress, that was the other part that I mentioned. If you like your health care insurance, you can keep it. But Senator Reid, he exempted his staff, but he put the rest of us on it. And so we're on it just like the rest of America, and it sucks for them and it sucks for us.
Okay. Congressman Rick Crawford, I think nobody would like more than for your constituents, your household, and the rest of America than for you guys to come up with something better. That would be great. And thanks for joining us on the phone so that you don't delay casting your vote tonight. Really appreciate it, Congressman Rick Crawford.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.